For years, I felt trapped in the daily grind working for someone else and believing that the only path to financial freedom was to quit my job and become my own boss. But after taking the leap and working for myself a bit here and there, I have come to discover that this isn't entirely true. And I would like to share some insights with you that would help you thrive wherever you find yourself, be it your 9 to 5 or working for yourself, or even doing both. It would help you a great deal to attain financial stability and some sort of security. So let's get right into it. The first one is identify and challenge your enough threshold. Simply put, your enough threshold refers to the point where you feel financially secure and comfortable. So it's oftentimes tied to emotional and psychological factors such as your childhood upbringing and societal expectation. My first job after I graduated the university was one where I was getting a decent salary, just enough to pay my bills, have some eat out with friends here and there and all of that. But something occurred where we needed to make like personal pledges and contributions for a friend that needed it. And I realized that I did not have enough to spare. At that point, I realized that I needed to re-strategize in terms of my financial goals. Now, I had to come out from a place where I felt my salary was just enough to go by or enough to cater to my personal needs. I did not have the mindset of having emergency funds, saving and investment. So you need to get to that point where you challenge your threshold. You might be making millions, 6 figures, and because you're comfortable, right, you might not see the need to get like more income coming in. I had to get to a point where I focused on things that truly mattered to me. So to do this, I would also advise that you let go of the need to meet other people's expectations. So now you're working fully on what caters to you and what helps you grow, and your focus should be to increase your income and to multiply your assets. The second one is leverage on the 4-hour work window. And this is an interesting concept inspired by Tim Ferriss. The 4-hour window refers to the most productive hour of your day. For most people, it is usually between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. During this time, you are more energetic, your brain is working at optimal functionality. At this point, you're capable of producing a high quality work. After you have prioritized your JD, during this period, you can now use it to focus on personal things. For instance, if you want to take writing courses. So what this does is that it helps free up time and energy to prioritize wealth building activity or wealth building skills just outside your 9 to 5. So it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So even at your job, you still have time. It gives you time to prioritize your personal development. So I, for one, I'm a project manager, and during my spare time, I use it to edit my videos. I use it to take courses that would help me better my editing skills. So you see, being financially free isn't a straight path. You can also have a meanders that would help you attain that stability and the financial security you need. You just need to put in the work. During my free time, I use it to script my videos. I use it to edit my videos and also send out deliverables in ample time. The third one is developing a parallel career. You need to create an identity and a set of skills that is different from your primary job. So it could be a freelance consultancy or even building a personal brand. So just as your parallel career grows, it could eventually replace your 9 to 5. So there are loads and loads of books that can help you diversify in terms of your job. It could be something related to your primary job. This is one book I would recommend young 9 to 5ers to have. If you're in your early 20s, early 30s, quite energized, I would encourage you to have this book. It has about 500 businesses or over 500 businesses you can start, and it's by Almanac. It is an amazing book. So you need, if you are confused or you don't know where to start, it might feel overwhelming, get this book and it gives you a head start. Yeah. The next one is implement a wealth generating hobby. What better way to make money than doing something that you absolutely enjoy and love? I envy the likes of Beyonce, Rihanna, Celine Dion, you know, our A-list actors and actresses. I mean, Viola Davis, they are into something that they love and they're getting paid for it. What better way to make money? I mean, it's something you could develop. If you love to draw, if you love to sing, if you love to dance, it can be monetized. And we are in a digitalized age where you have influencers popping here and there. You might want to start up a hobby, something related to that. I have a friend who sings on on TikTok, and she told me one time that she made about 200K from TikTok in a month. And I was like, and it's not in a way that is professional. She doesn't go to the studio, you know. Some of us think we need to go to a studio, have the lighting, have this sophisticated equipment before we produce something nice and something sonorous. No, she sings from her bedroom on TikTok and she makes money. So if you sing, if you know how to sing, if you know how to draw, you might want to build that and also monetize it. So that's a very good point, a very, very good point, because God has deposited in us talents and gifts. So if you can make money from it, why not? So yeah, that's that. Lastly is cultivate a wealth building mindset. You want to go from just getting by to actually building wealth. I remember when I first got my job, I was so elated because I had started making money. I did not have to ask my parents or my siblings for money anymore. At that point, I was just, money, yeah, I'm getting an income. Little did I realize that that job was one that did not have like room for growth at all. There was no room for growth. Eventually, I left that job to one where I helped develop some soft skills, helped develop my mindset. Literally, like, it was such a pivotal point in my life. So when you shift your focus from just having just enough to go by and building wealth, you're going to prioritize places, or even before taking on a job, there are other things you should consider: growth, development, and the likes of that. So you would need to shift your focus from just earning an income to actually building wealth. And I included this because there's this popular notion of saying that people who work in the corporate system, or your typical 9-to-5ers, would retire broke. This isn't entirely true, because I have seen instances of people retiring from an industry, or different people retiring from an industry, and then you see person A is doing very well and person B is like living hand to mouth, basically. Now the difference between these two individuals is their mindsets. Now Mr. A was solely living his life based on what was coming in. So he was relying solely on his salary. He was able to pay his bills. He was able to go by, basically. While Mr. B had a mindset to invest. Mr. B had a mindset to diversify. So even if these two people were working in the same company, the both of them would retire with different circumstances. So typically you would need a shift in your mindset. And how can you do this? You would need to acquire knowledge, and knowledge comes from getting information. There are various sources of information. There's YouTube, there are books, and there's the internet. So if there's anything that you are not completely clear on, that's why we have Google. You can Google how to save, how to invest, and the likes of that. And if you're someone that struggles with savings, trust me, there are tools that helps you with budgeting and saving as well. I hope this video was insightful for you as it was for me, and I hope it was helpful. And if it was, please, what are you waiting for? Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. I would like to hear from you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.